Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Just a quick update and just focusing on the shorter time frame here. Don't want to make it too long. We obviously have CPI data release today in about 45 minutes, I think. So expect some volatility from now when you watch the video to maybe 1 to 2 hours after CPI release. We've got CPI here year over year. Forecast is 7.3%, as suggested before. Anything that is meeting expectations, so 7.3% or lower, if that is going to be the release, or if those numbers are being released, and if that is year over year CPI, then expect a bit of a relief rally, something more bullish, I think. And if we see anything above 7.3%, it would be rather bearish. Anything more than 0.1% from the expectation either way is additional volatility. But yeah, you can see that on this graph here that in July this year, inflation peaked. Since then it has come down. It's still way too high. It's still way above the Fed targets. So they have to continue to be quite restrictive. And it could mean, they still slow down interest rate increases, but they just leave them on a high level for a while until inflation has come down. Yeah, basically by itself. But yeah, important today. Forecast is 7.3%, quite a bit of a reduction from last month. Let's see what we get. Then there's also the core CPI, which is expected to be 0.3%. Also here, if it's lower than that, it would be rather bullish for crypto, bearish for the US dollar. Bitcoin in the very short term, and I go to the 1 hour chart because that's really what I want to focus on, not waste any time. The idea is, from what I said in the last video, that this could be an ABC correction in a wave 2, that this could be finished. That idea sort of worked out. That has happened. I think we've got a small 1-2 setup here now, and this could be a wave 3. This could be a wave 4, and we could push higher in wave 5 of this white wave 3 within the yellow wave 3. Yeah, so this is currently an impulsive wave pattern. We had 5 waves to the upside here. We had 3 waves down here, and we're now looking for another 5 waves up here in yellow wave 3. Target for yellow wave 3 is, again, just to remind ourselves, is around 17,880. Within that yellow wave 3, we've got the white wave count. Here, if we assume wave 1 and 2 were done, then the target for the white wave 3 in the white circle would be $17,670. So yeah, ideally one more wave up would be nice, within that wave 3. So again, as I just suggested, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really micro counting here. But again, it could take us into that 17,650 region roughly, and that is how it will cascade higher. And as long as we're holding the yellow support box here, we can go with the imminent price increase potential. However, very, very local and short-term working support is this wick down here, the wave 2 low, that is at 17,095 basically. This certainly needs to hold to maintain this particular wave count, because otherwise this wave 2 will get invalidated. But that's where we are, and we're currently holding quite well, which is great. I think we just need to say, and I make these videos to make you understand what if CPI, and nobody knows what the CPI data will be really, right? But I want to make you understand the possible effects if certain figures are being released, and what the effect on the market could be, what the key inflection points are, the targets. And I would not try to trade this. I mean, I've entered my positions on Ethereum. I'll just leave them. I'm happy. I'm going to watch and see what happens. But there is a lot of short-term volatility, and ideally we're now holding above this resistance. The good thing is at the moment Bitcoin seems a bit stronger than Ethereum actually in the very short term. You can very clearly see Bitcoin is currently holding above this resistance area, above the wave 1 high as well at 17,425, which is great, because if Bitcoin does it, Bitcoin most likely will pull Ethereum up as well. If Bitcoin can hold support here and will push higher, Ethereum is still below resistance, below the 1308 level. Above that level, I think it will start to rally. Bitcoin is already above the level and just needs to hold support now. I think it's just doing a retest or so of support. And if this support holds at 17,450, it can certainly push higher from here. So at the moment it's all working out. It looks quite impulsive. We can assume this is carrying on. Obviously always understanding that should we take out those important support levels, it's not carrying on anymore. And important is always to understand what are those critical support levels, but I made you aware of them, so you should be prepared. Let's see what CPI brings. I'll keep you updated throughout the day. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit a like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.